Everyone, I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this...
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. This will be taken in at the 1. And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. From the gun, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. Time running out here on the play clock. They run with LT. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, it's Tomlinson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Mariota. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Again, they run with Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They start the drive with Peterson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Again, Peterson stays on his feet, and he'll be knocked down sideways at the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, Mariota. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 34 yards. And it'll give them the first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run inside the 40. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They run again on first down. Peterson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have the highlights of this first half, but he won't have touchdowns because we haven't had any to this point.
But there's still time, though, partner.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Mariota to throw it. This is caught. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and goal. Mariota. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, going for it on 4th has worked twice on this drive already. Now it gets more interesting here on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson as the first half is winding down. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now 3rd down, less than a yard. Brady going to try and throw on third down. He's going to float it into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? Hey, down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make it?
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Todd Gurley, 59 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They run with Peterson. He's been busy tonight. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 7, 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up the first down and not a touchdown.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Carry number 20 now for Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This will be fielded at the 8. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, here's Brady. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's back to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They're running with Gurley, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
They run again with Peterson. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. A toss play. This is Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
Running for it, here's Peterson. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Follow me on social media. And once again, thanks for watching.